Alrighty then. So we are back with another one, guys. Podcast number 191. I was gonna say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say 191 in Spanish. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. In the comments, right? How do you say 101 in Spanish? I've been working on my Español. Sí, yo hablo español un poquito. Yo entiendo español un poquito. Anyway, all right. So podcast number 191. I know we're overdue. We're finally back. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back forever, baby. I do this shit because I enjoy it. Lord knows I don't do it for the money, but we need to start because some creators out here getting a lot of money. But let's get into this podcast. Today we're going to be talking about dating out of your league. What does that look like? What does that even mean? I know a lot of people say like, oh, I'm out of your league or she's out of my league. But what does that really mean? What does that really look like aside from just the superficial, oh, this person's beautiful, right? And the reason I'm not really like speaking on one gender in particularly because this works both ways. It really does. So let's get into that. But before we do, guys, make sure you subscribe, especially for the guys that are on the podcast, the guys that are asking me, hey, when are we getting back to podcast? Subscribe to the podcast. Be a monthly donator to the podcast. How much? 99 cents. $1. You can actually choose how much you want to donate. It's not a lot. It costs almost nothing, right? If you guys don't want to do that, that's fine. You can donate to Cash App. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I don't know what the hell's going on with the Spotify, but there's something wrong with my monetization. And that's another reason why I've been kind of like taking a little long getting back to it. So if you guys can do that, you want to donate to the Cash App. That's Khalid Bills, obviously money sign, KHAALID BILLS, Khalid Bills. So we can keep this thing consistent, man. Come on, I'm doing this for you. Think about it. As much value as I give you, I got guys messaging me every day talking about you really helped me change my mindset and change my shit around. So let's get into it. But anyway, enough with that. And make sure you get subscribed to the YouTube channel because the podcasts for the most part are on the YouTube channel. And if you want more exclusive content, subscribe to Patreon. But let's get into it. Enough with the bullshit. So dating out of your league, what does that look like exactly? Now, for the most superficial part, people, when you talk about dating out of your league, you think of, and I'm going to use perspective of a girl because it obviously can go both ways, but as a guy, when you think of dating out of your league, you think of a hot girl, a beautiful girl, a pretty girl that you normally don't date. But subconsciously, it's a lot deeper than that. Than just like, all right, knowing she's pretty. Dating out of your league means you guys are not evenly matched. And a lot of people would say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I guess there's some truth to that, right? Because as human beings, we're very complex, and I tell you guys all the time, it's not only about just looks. When you're choosing a life partner, anyway, looks matter for the most part, right? But personality accounts for things. Your character accounts for things. Definitely a big part. But it is a lot deeper. You can measure beauty. So it really is. And this is called the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. Now, what the Fibonacci sequence is and the golden ratio is, this is how you measure how aesthetic someone is, how symmetrical things are. There's this universal number that you use to measure the symmetry in society. Well, if you never went over that, this is actually mathematics. This is all around us. This is a great design. Design indicates a designer, but that's a whole other conversation. But you can see symmetry in someone's face, like how well proportioned your face is. And these are the things and attributes that actually makes what someone is beautiful. Now, when you date someone out of your league, this person is far ahead. I guess in symmetry, as far as symmetrical their body is, how symmetrical their face is. Like, for example, and this is something you'll actually see in day-to-day life. Like, if you take the time to think about it. Like, you don't usually see somebody that's a 4 on a scale from 1 to 10. And I think when they do it, they use from 1 to 7. But you don't see somebody that's in the face a 4, usually dating a 10 or 9. usually when you see people dating, they are similar. They're not too far off. So if a guy's an 8, usually he's either dating up or down. So the girl's either a 6, no smaller than a 6, maybe a 7, or if he's an 8, maybe he's dating a 9 or possibly a 10. It usually doesn't go too far down. People usually date within, and regular people date within their range as far as symmetry and looks go. You're never usually too far off, right? Now, there are exceptions. Usually when people have, you know, other variables, like he could have a good mouthpiece, he could have great, immaculate game, or he could have a really big wallet. You know, you see a lot of rich guys. I know guys that weren't the most pleasant to look at, right? But they had beautiful women, delicious women, thick women, women that I never had. I mean, but the face card amounts for something, and you usually don't see that big of a gap in everyday society. And you know when somebody good looking walks in a room. Like, we have a lot of people in society today that are really delusional. So you got a lot of women say, oh, I'm a 10. I'm a 10. First of all, you know this bitch is not a 10. Because you know the difference of when somebody walks in a room that's an actual 10 and a girl that is not a 10. At least you say a girl that's a 5 or a 6 walks in a room. You see her, you look, she's cool. She looks good. You know, you don't really double take. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't go back. You don't want to look again. You see her, you barely acknowledge her. Somebody's a 10 walk in. You look. You try not to stare. You catch yourself staring. You look away. When she's not looking, you look back. She catches you staring. Oh, shit, let me look away. You're in awe. You know the difference. You do. You know the difference. So there's a difference between the two. But what I'm saying is, aside from the looks, how do you know if you're dating someone out of your league? Now, usually when you're dating someone out of your league, what does that look like? So I know me personally, and I'm not saying, I'm not bigging myself up, but this is usually what people go through. When you're a relatively good-looking person, and it goes both ways for men and women. Well, I don't know too much about women. But yeah, no, it does. It does. As a man, I know that even before I talk to a lot of girls, and I know a lot of friends who go through this also, and if you can relate, you'll understand that you're always getting accused of being a hoe. I know you're a player. I know you got all the girls. This is something that happens. Like, it off rip. Like, this shit happens, and the girl won't even know my name. There's been plenty of times I approached a girl, or, you know, they're trying to shit test me, giving me shit off the rip, but they're not moving away. They're not, they're not leaving. They're still talking to me. Or even if you're like on dating apps, that happened too. You're talking to a girl. Oh, so how many girls, just cut to the chase, how many girls you talking to? None at the moment. Well, it's never really been none. No, there has been times where there's been none. But off the rip, you're getting accused of being some sort of gigolo or a player, or how many girls you're talking to. I know I can't be the only one. I've heard, girls saying, well, I know for a fact, like, there's no way. You are handsome. You have a nice body. You're ambitious. You speak well. Like you're not weird. So, by, deductive reasoning, they're going to come to a conclusion, and these are the things, if you're dating somebody in your league. Now, the same thing for men. You have a lot of men are just protective in general. So you don't want to mix that with this, right? But a lot of men get really insecure when they're dating a super beautiful girl, right? Because they know she's beautiful. They know she gets attention. And especially if you go from dating a girl that's a 5 to a 9, and then you have all these discrepancies in your dynamics, and you wonder why. Because, and I hate when women say this shit, but, they'd be like, oh, I hate when a motherfucker not used to dating a bad bitch because he don't know how to treat me. Ugh, I hate that shit. But unfortunately, there's some validity to it. There is some validity to it. Now, we're not talking about the delusional woman. We're talking about the women that actually are fucking bad. Like, there are some women that are just fucking, just fucking like you just see like shit. Like, there are some girls that are just so beautiful. Like, when they're like topping you off. This is crazy. This is left field, but they're just topping you, and you just looking at them like, yo, you are just fucking, you are so gorgeous. Like, and they're just topping. You just want to give them a kiss, you know, and saliva. Saliva and all, like, you fucking beautiful ass whore. You know, it don't, but no, all jokes aside, there are girls that are just really like that. But some guys, they'll score this kind of girl, but they're not used to it. Because when you go from dating a girl that's a 5 to like a 6 or even 6, 7 average, right? 5, 6, 7. And you get a girl that's a 9 or a 10, there's going to be a very big discrepancy in these kind of women. One will receive a lot more attention when you go out. One's going to get, try to get talked to a lot more, and some guys don't like that. Some guys, they feel very uncomfortable. Now, there's a difference when you're being protective. There's a difference. For example, if I go out with one of my girls and people are staring, it's like, I don't get jealous. Some men, if they're not used to it, they get jealous and get upset at that. Me, I'm just like, yeah, you niggas see it. That's me. It's my mindset sometime, not all the time, right? If I'm going to the masjid and praying Jummah and I don't want my fucking wife looking like a bad bitch, no, cover up, whore. Right? But if I'm out and we going out to eat, we in the mall, and everybody's staring, yeah, you see that ass is fat. Yeah, nigga, that's me. They look back, I look back and see them looking, they look away. Yeah, I'm the man. but that's the difference between some mindset of somebody who's insecure and somebody who's not. But it also comes when you're not used to dating attention. You're not used to dating these females that are considered quote unquote bad or a bad bitch. When they say it, they mean, oh, I need a man that's used to dating a bad bitch. You got to buy me all this. No, shut up, bitch. You're not a bad bitch. A bad bitch don't have to say she a bad bitch. And you know what's so funny? The girls that are actually a lot more prettier, the girls are actually a bad bitch, they're actually usually a lot nicer. And they usually are a lot easier to talk to. That's one thing I observed in life. Just seeing it firsthand, seeing it on videos, just a lot. I noticed that too. But these are one of the things that you're going to see when you're dating or talking to someone out of your league. Especially as a man, women are going to be highly insecure. And let's not confuse these for the women that have been scarred in the past, the women that have been, like if she got cheated on a few times, or she got cheated on once or even twice. Now she thinks every man is a player, every man is a whore, and every man is out to hurt her feelings. No, you stupid. No, that's not the case. I get it. You have 1 or 2 bad apples, but every man can be like that. And that's just so ridiculous. A girl gets cheated on once. All you guys are the same. Listen, that's dumb. That's like saying every guy's a cheater. Every guy's stupid. Every guy is retarded because one did it. But women are emotional. They don't usually use their logical brain too much. But one thing you will see is women coming off a lot really insecure, especially if they're not used to it. Now, not all. Some women kind of expect it. Some women may have dated a man of your looks, maybe of your stature before, and they know what it's like. And they're probably used to it, or they probably expect it, or some women just expect it from the jump. They will acknowledge it if they think that you get a lot of girls, so you'll know. But I think the hard part is to deal with when a woman that is insecure, so she's going to be wanting a lot of attention. She needs a lot of reassurance, And let's be real. Reassurance is cool sometimes. There's nothing wrong with reassurance. As a man, it's okay too. But when you need it excessively, that's when it becomes a problem. And when you need it excessively as a man, you usually get dumped. Because when you need reassurance excessively as a man, you usually start expressing your emotions a lot. You usually start talking about your feelings a lot. And we know, you open up to a woman in that manner, it usually comes back to bite you in the ass. That's rudimentary. Anybody listen to this podcast, you should know that. And if you're hearing this for the first time, you need to go back 2 years, 3 years, however long I've been doing this podcast, and go listen to some old episodes and get your ass caught up. But coming off insecure, so if you are dating someone who you deem to be out of your league, you have to be careful of that. You can't just be complaining and talking about your insecurities. And eventually that shit it'll get annoying. And you thinking that she out there cheating, she's out there doing this, doing that, and you might start an argument with this girl, and she's having a good day. She's having a good day. I've started arguments, but not because of that, just over some random shit. But see, I don't even have room to do that, because if you're not the insecure one, if you're the one that's, it looks a little better, and you try to, everything is just a reaction. So you got to be careful with that, and you got to understand. And also, girls who are, necessarily not in your league, you can't be so harsh. Like, girls that are a little more beautiful, you can joke with them a little more, you can tease them a little more. They know they're not ugly, they know they're not funny looking, so you can be a little more mean. Girls that are not that pretty necessarily, you can't be so mean with them, because they might actually start to believe it. They might actually think, oh, damn, maybe I'm fucking ugly. Oh, he doesn't like me. Why are you so mean? Why are you talking to me like this, right? Whereas a girl that's used to attention, she knows she's not. She knows she a fucking sexy motherfucker. She don't need to. She's not going to sit there and get upset. She's going to joke back. She's going to laugh it off. You can talk to this person a little more. You can joke with this person a little more. The girl that's a little fugly, that little 6 or 5, maybe the 7 sometime, they'll be like that too. But something, there are some pretty girls that are like that. The ones that got pretty after like high school, that got pretty later on in life, they grew up fat, then they started to lose weight. They got maybe some surgery, got some work done to their body, so they haven't been like that all their life. So even if they've been like this for 5 years, maybe even 6, the attention is relatively new, so it's not something they're really used to. And they're essentially faking the funk, because they got good looking a little later on in life. So they're not. So these kind of girls can also be very, very insecure, and you can always map it out. Like, if you get to understanding and know somebody, and I mean, if you've done a lot of dating, if you're in the position that I am, right, you can always know somebody's position. Like, all right, you ain't a real bad bitch. You a new bad. You a new bad bitch. You new to this shit. You ain't true to this shit, bitch. You'll get into a lot of arguments when you're dating somebody out of your league, just over little shit. You ever been out to eat and girls giving you attention, you at the table, girl, and some girls get a little blatant. Some girls will try to flirt with you. Some girls will give you compliments. May not necessarily always be your face or how you look. Oh, I like your jacket. Bitch, you don't like my jacket. You like me. You don't give a fuck about my jacket. Whenever a girl says, oh, I like your sneakers. Oh, I like your jacket. Oh, I like your teeth. Oh, your beard looks very nice. Well, you're talking about my beard, bitch. Now you're talking about my face. Now you're trying to give me some pussy. But when girls do this in front of your girl, this is great competition anxiety. This is really great competition anxiety. This is something that will keep your girl around. If you don't know what competition anxiety is, subscribe to Patreon, where we give that more exclusive content that is more game oriented, so you can game your girl. But the competition anxiety is really good, because this is the type of shit that's going to keep her around forever. Because there's some type of like, oh man, like so many women want my man. I gotta stay on top. I gotta stay on my P's and Q's. I gotta stay in the gym. I gotta do some squats. I gotta make sure this ass fat, so he trying to fuck the other fat asses. You know what I'm saying? The competition anxiety is beautiful, because that keeps you on her mind. And when you're consistently on her mind, it is impossible for her to be thinking about another man. How the fuck she gonna be thinking about another man when you are here still doing what you gotta do, staying on your purpose, making sure you looking good, staying in the gym, still dicking her down, got her coming every night. And then she gotta worry about other women wanting you. Oh, what you do? Where you going, babe? She always worry, where you going? Because when y'all was out to eat, girls looking at you and staring at you. And see, this is why I've heard it from like some old so-called pimps, players, one of the old heads that I know. And I always see it like on social media too. People always say, date somebody who's out of your league, meaning the girl that's a little more grateful for you, because she gonna treat you better. Why? She gonna treat you better. She gonna cook for you. She gonna be more happy to be with you. Why? Because she's not really in your league. And this is why they say it. You don't necessarily always have to do that. If you have good game, you can do it. Now, if you do, no homo, if you're a handsome guy, it'll be a lot easier for you. You know, say you'll have rangers from all different types of girls. But if you have a girl that's a 9 or a 10, she usually gets the best pick of the litter, so she's used to good-looking guys. And when it comes down to men, obviously you can look good, but your character is what separates you. So, it is, I guess it is better, but these are some of the things you're going to interact when you deal with people that's out of your league and that's in your league or maybe a little higher as far as looks go, right? And when you deal with a woman like that, she's used to the attention. So you gotta, it sucks because you gotta play a little more game. You can't gas her up too much. You can't give her too many compliments. And when you do this, you almost have to do it strategically. The girl's used to hearing she's beautiful. And this is where not giving validation and understanding how that works or not. The super beautiful girl, she's used to hearing it. She doesn't need to hear it as much. You got to give her a little, and this is where, giving her a bone every once in a while. Oh, damn, baby, you look beautiful. Give her a bone every once in a while comes in because the super beautiful girls, she's trying to get talked to all day. If she has social media, there's guys in her DMs, not just any guys. You got guys with blue check marks and not the motherfuckers who paid for it. The motherfuckers who been had it. The NBA players, NFL players, the rappers, the fighters, the athletes, all that. They're in her DMs, right? She has a wealth of men in her DMs. So her ego's on 1,000. So when she's getting all this attention and you come, oh my God, baby, you're so beautiful. Oh my God. You just another nigga giving me compliments. Fuck out of here. No, you don't give her compliments as much. When it does come, she needs to be super grateful for it. Fuck all them compliments. She already getting that. She don't need that. Let's give baby something different. But then you have to adapt. You have to be able to make those adjustments on your own. If you know you're dating somebody as far as looks go, it's okay to say it. You're a man. You ain't got to be super beautiful. No homo. And if you is that kind of guy, you're a pretty boy. You super, okay, it is what it is. But most men are not like that. Men aren't supposed to be beautiful. Men don't have to be beautiful. You have a fat motherfucker, you have an ugly motherfucker, they all get a bad bitch if they have their money right, if they have a certain type of game, if they're laying it down in the bed right. There's a lot of different variables with men. So it's okay if you dating a girl out of your league, but just acknowledge it so you can make these adjustments. You can make these adjustments because you know who you're dealing with. And, just remember, she's a legit bad bitch or a bad bitch that's been faking the funk. She a new bad bitch. She ain't been doing this all her life, so she might be still a fat girl inside. So you got to be careful. This is not the type of girl that you want to just, give her shit all the time. She might need those compliments because she's not 100% sure. But you got to be careful with validation, right? Validation should have some scarcity on it. Meaning that it doesn't come often. So when it does come, they are super grateful for it, But yeah, and ultimately, when you are dating a girl that's out of your league, you're the prize. So what does that mean, being the prize? Where she's going to be grateful to be with you. And what does it look like when a girl is super grateful to be with you? You are going to be tolerated a lot more, meaning, and this is where you hear like a lot of girls say, well, I never tolerated with this. Oh, I never listened to nobody. You're the first guy I listened. I never did this. I never did that. Well, that's going to happen, right? Especially if you have some game, you can even finesse that a lot more. She's going to tolerate your bad behavior more. She's going to tolerate maybe what she may consider disrespect. She's going to tolerate not having the princess treatment. Trust me, I see it all the time. Girls, oh, I normally do this. I normally get flowers on the first. I need you to come to my house with flowers. I need you to give me diamonds. I need you to stop paying bills. 3 months in, come over clapping cheeks. Baby, I miss you. Can we go on a date? Take on 2 dates. Oh my God, can we go again? I'm so happy. Bitch, what happened to all these motherfucking commands and demands you was making? Came to clap them cheeks, put that game on. She don't know what the fuck to do with herself. Stuck for the law. But no, listen, this is how it goes, and this is how it looks when you're the prize. This is why a lot of guys who are great looking and good looking, they cheat, and the girl's a lot more willing to forgive them. I mean, guys cheat all the time, but these are the girls, they're not going to cheat back. They're a lot more willing to be forgiveful. They still love you. They still look at you. How many times I had the girls, oh, you lucky, you cute. You're so cute. I just get a whole bunch of random kisses, just flowered with tension and Oh, you're so beautiful. I love you. Give me a kiss. Come here. Let me suck your dick. Oh, what are you doing? Chill. Can we? We could get to that. Can I get in the house? You know, when you get in the house, let me take off your shoes. Let me massage your feet. And I kid you not. And this is the craziest thing. I think the craziest thing is, and only because like my ex always wanted me to do it, and I never did it until we actually like broke up. I have girls open the door for me. Seriously, man. Like, especially like in the last like 6-7 years, like I have like not like go around the car and open the door for me, but like if you ever seen A Bronx Tale, where he told her to give her the test, and he's like, if she's a selfish broad, she won't open the door for you. Get rid of her right fucking there. Like, I'll get in the car if I'm not driving, or if I am driving, doesn't matter. They'll come and reach over and open my door for me. Now, that's not just looks though. That warrants that type of behavior. It's this fucking immaculate, genius, cerebral game that I'm giving you, motherfuckers. So it's not just looks, it's also character and my ambition. And I'm actually a good person. This shit is not all just games. Like, I'm actually a good person, right? Like, I may help with things. I may suggest things. I may suggest a better method of doing things. I might give her money here and there. But these are girls that absolutely earn it. There's nothing wrong with giving a girl money, right? You're going to have to give it up one way or another. So you don't think that you ain't never going to give a girl money. You fuck out of here with that. It's not something I advocate for anyway. But these are things that are gonna happen when you're dating a girl and she's not exactly in your league. You're gonna get treated, especially when you know your worth, especially when you check in the disrespect at the beginning. Oh yeah, he not you. I can't disrespect. He ain't used to this shit. I bet he used to date all types of pretty girls on his dick. I gotta be careful how I talk to him. You're gonna check it. You're gonna check it fast, right? Another one is gold diggers. Don't be gold diggers. And you know what's so funny? I love looking at these gold digger pranks. I literally I don't know why, I almost look at these shits every day. I can do like a whole series of watching gold digger pranks. And a lot of the times, those guys don't even have fucking good game. They walk up to a girl, hey, how you doing? You look good. Yeah, let me get your number. No, you don't just ask a girl for a fucking number right quick. Riz her up. Ask her a fucking day is. Ask her we're fucking McDonald's. Let's go on a fucking quick date. Oh, you don't go to McDonald's? What's good enough for you? We could go. Let's go for a walk. By the time you fucking walked everywhere you want to fucking go, the girl's under your fucking thumb, wrapped around her. Like, you know? But gold diggers don't become gold diggers. There's girls that I know personally. Getting to know these girls, they'll be like, well, oh, you know, guys usually pay me this. Guys just give me money. I'm like, oh, word. One girl, I was like, well, he giving you money. Anything he give, I need 1%. And the girl started actually giving me money. I swear to God. Wallahi, the why. She really started to give me money. It was crazy. It was really crazy. And the crazy part is I didn't think that she actually would. But there's a lot of times where girls are super dependent and on money. But when they're in awe with you and they really like how you look and your character and everything is aligned and everything is congruent, gold diggers aren't gold diggers no more. Because you have that extra leeway. It's like when, you know, they say good-looking people are more likely to get jobs, a job position. And I can't even think of the amount of jobs that I didn't. I think I got just about every job, maybe except for like 1 or 2 that I applied for, but I haven't worked a job in almost 5 years because I've been doing my own thing, right? But these are the type of things that happen. But when you don't have that game or you don't have that lead, and even sometimes, even with girls a gold digger, there's still ways out of that too. You can finesse them. Gold diggers are the easiest to finesse. Oh, he ain't getting nothing until you pay for it. Yeah. If you know how to do it right, you get them easy. Easy. It's too easy. But gold diggers don't become gold diggers. And when you don't have that leeway, you just come in as you are and thinking it's going to be all sweet and dandy, you need to compensate for money. You need to compensate for something, and that usually is money. And that's usually how that goes. And when it's the other way around, it's hell, you know, trying to deal with women and you ain't up to par. Women get real rude, especially these women now. They're disrespectful. Oh, I need this. You got to buy me this. This ain't free. What, you selling it? You a prostitute? You know, these women are so crazy. It sucks. But dating out of your league is actually a real thing. And, you know, this actually causes a lot of confusion. It really does. It causes a lot of confusion. And for the woman with certain type of mindsets. So, for example, you ever heard a woman say, well, if he likes you, he'll do it, right? Like, I hate one thing I hate. This is a little non sequitur, but the one thing I hate is when women say, "Well, oh, if he likes you, he'll wife you right away." Obviously, we know that's not what you do. You don't wife a girl right away. The fuck are you doing? This is why divorce rates are so high. It's a contributing factor as to why, not the sole reason. It's a contributing factor why divorce rates are so high. Another reason as to why men are getting cheated on and left, because you're wifing these girls you don't fucking know. I told you, anywhere from 3 to 6 months, you get to know that everybody's on their best behavior at first. Fucking around, get to know this girl, you're dating a demon. Find out she got 30, 40, 50 to 100 bodies, anywhere between there. She be using, she got 5 or 6 niggas giving her money. Oh, I got a rotation of men, I'm willing to drop them. No, you got a rotation of what? And any motherfucker who's saying, oh yeah, I'll be in your rotation, you about a dumbass. I don't care even if you got other girls. It's dumb. Because it says something what you think about yourself. You don't think you're valuable enough to be the sole man in someone's life? The fuck is wrong with you? Absolutely not. But let's back to the mindset thing. You have a lot of girls that'll be like, well, I think that, if he likes me, he'll do it, right? If he really likes me, he'll do it. If he don't like you, if he don't do it for you, he really didn't like you. Oh, he'll buy me this bag. Oh, he gonna buy me the bag because he really likes me. And what you see is, it comes from both girls, because you get a girl that's a 6 or 7, maybe 6 or 7, right? And she dated a guy that was like maybe 3 or 4, somebody butt ugly, or a dude that's maybe on her level, or a little below. And so he's treating her super nice. She's treating her super nice and giving her everything, right? Because she's a little out of his league. But then she dates a guy that's maybe an 8. She's about a 6 or 7. She dates a guy that's an 8 or a 9. He ain't doing none of this shit. And when she look at him, she's googly, oh my God, he's so beautiful. And he not really giving her that type of attention the other dude. So now she's feeding for the attention. That shit is coming naturally. He's not even trying to, he's just naturally being himself. Right? But what she don't understand is that it's a difference. Because she'll go back to her friends, oh, he ain't doing it. Girl, he don't like you. You know he don't like you. Yeah, girl, he don't like you because if he did, he would have did it. No, bitch, he's out of your league. So that other dude, little schmuggly motherfucker, that's a word I actually learned from a female, schmuggly. Ugly and I guess, I don't know, whatever. The little schmuggly motherfucker, he was happy and grateful to be with you. The motherfucker that's an 8, 9, or 10, he used to date bitches that look better than you. He's dating down. He can do better. So therefore, it's not that he doesn't like you. This is normal for him. This is regular for him. Or perhaps you're not in his league. You understand? So when girls say, oh, well, he don't really, no, bitch, you're dating up. As far as looks goes, you're dating up. and then when women actually do realize this, they'll start only dating ugly men. Or they'll date men that don't have their shit together. A project or somebody they need to build up. There are women like this. There are women that won't date. Oh, you too pretty for me. I can't have a man that look better than me. Or I can't have a man that get more attention than me. No, this can't happen. There are girls that will seriously avoid you. Like, I've been around girls and they'll be like on Tinder swiping. Oh no, he's too cute. I can't do that. Because somewhere along the line, they dated a guy that was extra handsome and they were happy for it. But somewhere along the line, they realized he got too much attention. He's not as grateful for her. He's not going to be blowing the bag on. He's not going to be super into her. And that's only some girls, a very small few, right? That most girls are going to want something that they can't have. They're going to want the super handsome guy, which is why they always go crazy for celebrities, right? It's just that these guys are like, at the 1%, because not only are they may be handsome, they also have money, right? So it's like a double whammy almost. But a lot of girls get confused with that mentality. They do. A lot of girls and guys get confused with that mentality too. A lot of guys who are, maybe dating a girl, they may get insecure. But not only that is they get frustrated with the girls like, oh, damn, why's everything got to be about money? Why's everything got to be about this? Why is everything got to... Dude, at some point you have to pay. This is religion. If you're a religious person, right? Any of the Abrahamic religions, the largest religions on earth, a man has to take care of a woman. That's divine. You can't avoid not giving money. So every girl can be a gold digger. One of the gold diggers pranks, the channel I love to watch the most, and I don't know if you guys watch London's Way. I love it because the way he reacts, he's really aggressive. He's from upstate New York. He's from New York, but he's like from Rochester, I think. I remember saying it. He's not from New York. He's not like from the city or Queens or even Long Island for that matter. But his reaction sometimes is like almost how I would react. So I'm a little more liking to his channel. But one thing he doesn't understand is it's like, well, he's had these pretty girls in his car, and no homo, he's not an ugly guy, and he should have the confidence because he said, oh, I'm a 10, you should have that type of confidence, and it's okay to be a little delusional because maybe he can get there. He said he's a bigger guy, so maybe he could lose some weight, but he's like, oh, I just don't understand these guys. These girls just, as soon as they get in your car, they want... No, because they don't see you as, you know, being in their league, or they don't see you as super handsome. That's how they're not seeing it that way, right? So then he has to compensate, and he does, because when they come back to the car, they come rushing, and he's like, nah, what you want? Nah, get out of here, I'm good now. And these girls are literally begging. They're literally begging. But that's when he has the upper hand, but he kind of ruins that because he doesn't have the best game, you know. I would love to give him some pointers, but it would kind of defeat the purpose of the video, because if he had good game, then he'll start scoring more girls. He wouldn't even really need the fucking car, you know. But perhaps just some of their ways might still come out, but then you can still finesse that. It's so easy. It's so easy to finesse that, and I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it on here because that shit you motherfuckers got to subscribe to Patreon for. But no, guys, dating out of your league is a very real thing, and when you guys realize this, you'll see that dating out of your league it's a funny thing. And when you understand that it's a real thing, then you start to understand the ins and outs of why certain dynamics are the way they are, why people react the way they react, and why things go the way they do. All right. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast, Spotify podcast. Now, you can be a monthly donator. I think you can donate like $1.99. Guys, come on. Support your boy. My monetization, I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. It's not there. I need that nice little check that I was getting every month from my motherfucking Spotify podcast. It has stopped. So I need you guys to, come on. I'm giving you this. I'm giving you motherfuckers game. I'm raising some of you motherfuckers. Some motherfuckers been listening for years now. Come on. Put that cash in my pocket. Come on. Pay your big brother, pay your unk. A lot of you motherfuckers be calling me unk, and I think that shit sounds crazy, but whatever. And if you want to do that, you can donate to the Cash App. It's Khalid Bills. That's KHAALID BILLS. But anyway, aside from all that, even if you can't, the most you can do for me is subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, and I will be back. So what we're going to do is try to do once a week, then we move to twice a week, because I want to do the podcast where I can stay consistent and you guys can get it consistent. I know at one point I was doing it every day and it was just extreme, but then when I start training, I can't stay consistent. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I'll holla at you. I'm out.